Hello, welcome everybody to another episode of Unfiltered Moments, the Premier League edition with myself, Mike. We've got Eddie here. We've got a special guest, Mr. T, in the building.
Yes.
What is going on, my brother? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a while since we got you on here because I know you was on here quite a while ago.
I know. I enjoyed it as well the first time. It's just, you know how life is, just get busy sometimes. But
yeah,
let's get into it, man.
All right, let's do this. All right, well, obviously, the big breaking news of the week, probably the biggest transfer that's going to happen this summer, probably the biggest transfer of the decade, to be honest. Haarland to Man City.
That's big. I don't know about decade, but that's big. It's big. I don't know about in the last 10 years. One of.
Well, if you think about it, with his potential and obviously the way he's going, he's a potential like superstar, in it, like Ronaldo, Messi type player.
It flopped in the end. I think big thing was a bigger signing than that, but it flopped. Hazard to Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another story.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Haarland to the Prem, we're going to see how good he really is, because obviously the German league is a bit 50-50, like when it comes to top quality players. Don't get me wrong, he's still a quality prospect, but he has to solidify his name now.
But would you say he's the kind of player who's going to thrive in a team that relies on him, or in a team where he's just going to like sort of just be a part of that team? Because City ain't going to rely on him because of the way they play.
Either way, he gets goals.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Pep is going a different route now. I think he's clocked that he needs that goal scoring machine. Now, KDB is 30, 31. Mahrez is getting on. Foden is coming through. So I think he needs a focal point. And I think Haarland is young, and I think Pep has realized that I could still train this guy to be who I want him to be, rather than go get somebody that is already established. So I think, he's got a plan for him, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's going to be interesting, though. Obviously, people think that the Premier League is done out here. City's to lose, but obviously everyone else is going to step up. Arsenal are going to come back strong. Chelsea's going to come back strong. Definitely Man United.
I was just about to say that with this Haarland thing, of course, it strengthens their squad. And of course, that is a threat. Who wouldn't want Haarland? But when I hear people say it's done, Man City's going to win the league for years, I don't think it's that. Trust me. I don't. It's not, because like you said, other teams are going to be strengthening up. Especially, I hate to say, Arsenal. Watch out for Arsenal. Watch out for Arsenal. Watch out for Arsenal. I don't think Man City is going to be as easy as everyone thinks. Put it that way.
Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned Arsenal, because with this transfer, do you think that Gabriel Jesus is going to go to Arsenal now? Because he's linked.
I think he should.
I think he goes. I think he goes. Where else is he going to go?
He can go to Spain, I think.
But let's have it right. He's not going to get in the set-up first team for Barcelona. He's not going to get in the first team for Real Madrid. Get in the first team for Arsenal, play week in, week out. And let's be honest, Arsenal's done well this season. You can potentially finish third still.
It's true.
So I think it will make sense for him to go.
Yeah. I was going to say his next move will probably be more about him as a person and his legacy, isn't it? Because he's won all the trophies domestically. He's earned the money.
Exactly. He's been at one of the biggest clubs in the world. Like you said, he's won silverware. So it's not like he's desperate for silverware. Yeah, it's just, I think he'd be good for Arsenal as well, to be fair.
He knows Arteta. And he's got the right mindset as well, like working hard and all that. He's not selfish.
I can just see him in that setup.
I wouldn't mind him, to be fair. I think it would be a great signing for Arsenal.
He's a good player. I rate him. I just don't think he's a goal machine.
Yeah.
He's a good player though, but
you know what? I think he could be,
What, a goal machine?
Yeah. Depending on the kind of service he's getting, innit? If he's like the focal point, because at City, he's not the focal point.
To date, what's his highest stats to date? Do you know, like in the league?
I can find that. But I
know
I don't think he's a top like.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't know, but he might. I mean, he would do well, wouldn't it? Let's put it that way.
You know what? What I always think of, like someone like Dries Mertens.
Yeah.
Man was a winger and he became a striker and
Yeah.
started banging in goals for Napoli. So it can happen. And he didn't do it from young. He did it from a later age. I think like 27 or something, 27, 28. So it could be a case where he just switches up and starts scoring goals.
But what I will say, if Gabriel had that in him, I think we would have seen it now at Man City. Like, I think we would have seen it, or at least seen like he can hit those kind of numbers. And he has been playing games, not like he ain't been playing. Like, is he that 25 goal upwards? Is he?
No.
It's the same sort of thing with Lacazette. Lacazette, I think he's a good footballer on his day, but he's not Aubameyang. It's different. I don't think he's got 20 more goals in him a season. I think do.
Yeah.
But we'll see, obviously. I might be wrong in it.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Pogba's leaving on a free transfer end of this season. Eddie, let me ask you first. Where do you think he'll end up?
Well, we don't know if he's leaving, but his contract's coming to an end. So
he's got I think to say.
I think if he's to go,
I'll be honest.
You be honest.
Well,
where do you think Pogba's gonna end up?
I think if he is to leave, which I believe he'll probably go to two clubs. Either go to City or he would go to
Real Madrid.
PSG. I don't think he'll go Real Madrid. I think he'll go PSG or City. I think those are the two options. Juve can't afford him like in terms of wages and stuff. So I think those two teams. I want to see him at City because I want him. I want to see the best Pogba because people be cussing him and saying he's not that, he's not this, he's not that. I want to see him at a team where he will perform to his best ability.
So you want to see the best Pogba in the Premier League, not necessarily like the best Pogba.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it would be good for him just to get out of the league, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that he can prove people like what he can do. Because we know he's got the ability.
We know what he can do. We've seen him for France. We know what he can do. But listen, it is what it is. When you're playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, it's harsh, it's cutthroat. You know how this thing goes. And if you're not consistent enough with your performances, you got to go. Like, even in the Man United shirt, we've seen glimpses of his ability. We know that. But let's be honest, does he get week in, week out? No, he doesn't. No. And I think Pogba, to be honest, I rate Pogba, but I do think Pogba certain times he's a bit lazy.
I believe that. Yeah, he plays for one of the biggest teams in the world, but he doesn't have players that demand him to be the best all the time.
And then, go on.
And then when you're in a team where, like, if let's say he's in the Man City team or Real Madrid team, people around him are not going to allow him to be below par. Like, he knows his performances are going to be A1.
And I'll say this then. You said because people around him don't allow him to be the top class or world class player he is. My thing to this, there's no excuse. If you're world class, you're world class. You're going to want to prove that no matter what team you're in. Ronaldo's not surrounded by, he'll get the goals. It's true.
Yeah.
He's good, and no matter how you see it, regardless if you say his penalties, this, that, he's still third highest goal scorer in the league. And numbers don't lie. This is the worst Man United finish, I think, in Premier League history. I think this season we finished with how much? 60-something points.
Maximum you can get 63 if you win the last game.
But don't forget, for Pogba to be great, he needs those people in front of him to like capitalize on the chances he creates. Ronaldo just got to score for him to be.
I just think Pogba's heart ain't in it no more for United. That is not football United. I think, he just needs to move. I just think he ain't. And to be fair, I'll be honest, our fans ain't made it any better as well.
So, in the 5 or 6 years that he's been at United, what would you say is the one contributing factor for him not performing or being the Pogba that we know or see for France?
To be fair, to his defence, we have always, in terms of positioning, where we think Pogba's best position is, we have messed him around a bit.
Okay.
That's what I think.
All right.
That's what.
Cool. All right. So
go on.
No, go on. Finish your point.
No, I was gonna say, like, in terms of, like, I don't want people to start thinking I'm saying Pogba's a flop. If I wouldn't say Pogba's been a flop for United, I would just say it hasn't quite worked out. We was expecting more, put it that way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him a flop though, because let's be honest, there were certain games like he did perform.
Yeah,
he did. But it's a shame. It's just football's funny like that, isn't it? It's like even if you're world class, sometimes it just don't work out.
Yeah. All right. So okay, on that topic, of obviously incomings and outgoings at United, got 2 quick fire questions for you, Tristan. What current players would you keep that Erik ten Hag can work with in the next season?
Obviously, let's get into it. A no-brainer. You know what I'm gonna say? No-brainer. Nah, I'm sorry. Like all this, do you know what? Before I mention the other 3, I don't get when people say Ronaldo should not be in that squad. He's ruining the squad. To me, I'm like, how do you justify it? That makes no sense. Because take his goals and contribution out of it. We're already in trouble. We'll be in trouble. Like, so Ronaldo's a no-brainer. If you want goals, everyone knows Ronaldo ain't the same player he was when he was in his mid-20s. We know that. But there's one thing we cannot deny. He's still got goals in him. So Ronaldo, I'll keep Ronaldo. I'll keep De Gea. Listen, this season, he's been one of our best players.
He has, to be fair.
Last season, it was a bit, I thought De Gea is finished, but I ain't going to lie. This season, he showed level. So Ronaldo, De Gea. I will keep McTominay.
Okay.
And you know who I like? Who I'll definitely keep? I'm liking Alanga, you know. I rate Alanga.
Why is that?
Listen, I'm not saying he's anything special, The
mentality.
But I rate him. I think he's hardworking. When Alanga plays, don't it look like to you like he's on it? He's always putting 100% effort.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Listen, I'm not saying he's the next Saka. I'm not going to go. But I think he's a good player. We need that. He seems hungry.
Yeah.
Rashford and these guys.
But you know what? Elanga's probably clocked though. He's probably clocked that, you know what? No one else is hungry or like working as hard. Let me do that so that I shine.
Yeah, because to be fair, that position really, that would have been Greenwood's position. But obviously, waiting with that, innit?
Yeah.
So Elanga come true. And to be fair, I'm kind of happy what Elanga's done since he's come through. So they're the 4 on the top of my head. I would 100% keep.
So no Varane. You won't keep Varane?
Huh?
You won't keep Varane and Sancho?
Yeah, I will keep those. But I swear you said 4. What? Any player? What? Does it need to be a certain amount?
So no, the players that you would keep.
Oh, okay. So my bad. I thought you said 4. Yeah, Sancho. He's slowly getting into his stride. I was getting onto him. I ain't gonna lie. I was giving him a bit of stick at the beginning. But that is, I know how football is sometimes. Sometimes people have to settle in. But you know, sometimes as a fan, especially when your team's doing bad, you just want to see results there and then you get impatient.
Of course.
So that's me being honest. Like, I was being very impatient in it. But yeah, I'll keep Sancho and
Dalot.
I'll keep Varane. Dalot's good at going forward. He's all right. Sorry. How can I forget? I'll keep Lindelof. I'll keep him.
Really?
Yeah, I think Lindelof's decent.
Okay.
I honestly believe he puts in the shift. I think he's decent.
I want you to sell him to Arsenal. That's why I don't want you.
Yeah, don't want to get Lindelof. I wouldn't say Lindelof's anything special, but every time he plays, I think he puts in the shift. He does a good job.
Okay.
So they're the guys I probably left out of you, but they're the guys I could think the top of my head.
All right. So give me 2 or 3 summer signings that you think that you want to see at United.
That will make you look challenge for the Premier League.
Ooh. Even though we got Ronaldo, you know, I still think we need another striker.
Okay.
I'll bring in Martinez from is it Inter Milan?
Lautaro Martinez, I think his name is.
Yeah. Midfield, bring in the little, was it Prowse? I like Prowse.
Good shot.
Oh, you know who I like? Do you know one? But I don't feel we'll get him. Bellingham for Dortmund.
You could get him.
Do you know? I just think like no one wants to come United no more. Like I don't know. We ain't got that pulling, man.
He would come because if you think about it, right? If you were to buy him, you're not buying him for him to sit on the bench because you know he's going to improve your midfield, and he knows that he's going to be like a top midfielder in your club, so he would come.
Yeah.
That's Man United still have weight.
I would love to get your guy for your club, Mike. Reece. He's gonna be world class.
Reece James.
He's
sick still.
See Wan-Bissaka? No, he ain't. And Alex Telles, nah, man, they're not good enough for United. They can't play on that level.
Yeah.
But I would love to get Reece, but happen, isn't it?
Now Reece James, he's on the up. As long as we keep playing him right wing back, because I think we've been playing him centre back recently.
Remember I said this. He's gonna be world class. I said that. He's gonna be world.
Nah, he's good. I rate him.
Do you know what? I would even at the moment, because obviously if we get rid of Pogba, obviously Matic, he's done now. Matt is gonna go. I'll even take Eriksen. I think he still is good enough.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking Arsenal would go for Eriksen, but because of that Tottenham link, I don't know if he would want to come to Arsenal. But I think Eriksen is a slept-on player.
I think when I look at Man United, it's our midfield was the problem. Or who's that Everton done? Arsenal's linked with him. Is it Telsman?
That's Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester. So
Tielemans, yeah. But you know, Eddie, Eriksen's only slept on because of his heart problem.
Yeah, that's the only reason. It is a risk factor.
Yeah.
But quality-wise, I've seen him play this season, and I'm telling you, I think he most top sides. He can play on that level, 100%.
I think if he doesn't get offers, I think he's going to stay at Brentford for like another year or something, just to sort of prove his fitness again. Because obviously he's only done 6 months.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason why he's there, because they're probably the only ones who put an offer on the table. Because let's be honest, he's too good. Let's be honest.
It's true. He ain't even hit 30 yet.
That's all. Like you said, that's all it was because of the heart situation. That's all it was. His quality, we all know his quality cannot be denied, bro.
But do you not think he's performed? So I see. Remember, we did a pod, and it's like Coutinho's gonna hit the ground running and stuff. Coutinho and Eriksen, who's performed the best?
Eriksen. Let me tell you something with Coutinho. Yeah, people might kill me for saying this. I think Coutinho is so overrated. Coutinho, nah, man. Coutinho goes missing. Nah, he goes missing. He does. Even at Liverpool, he didn't. Nah, man. He didn't perform all the time like that.
That's what I was saying.
I think Coutinho is overrated.
When I say things, people think I'm hating, and I'm.
No, I honestly do. I'll back you on that. Don't get me wrong. Talent's a different thing in it. Like, of course, he's talented, but in terms of performances, I think he's proper overrated. Coutinho. I've always thought that.
I wouldn't say he's overrated, but in terms of what he's done, nah. Because I think at the time when he was at Liverpool, he was performing, and I think maybe because Liverpool wasn't at the level.
But Mike, remember, was that week in, week out? It wasn't.
It pretty much was. It pretty much was.
Listen, everywhere he goes, nah.
He ain't been at many clubs.
Week in, week out.
He ain't been at many clubs. People are probably judging him based on his Barcelona experience and obviously what he's doing at Villa.
Where's he been? Where's he been? Munich, Villa, Barcelona.
I swear Munich he popped.
What did he do at Barcelona?
Inter Milan.
Well, Barcelona, we know that flopped. Inter Milan, obviously he was up and coming. I think Munich, when he was on loan, he did well at Munich. It's just that I think they couldn't afford to keep him on.
No, Munich was okay.
He didn't do well. That's why they didn't keep him. He did okay.
It wasn't bad. It was I don't know.
So he's a kind of player.
Yeah, I don't know with Coutinho, man. Obviously, like I said, the talent's obviously clearly there, but
yeah, going back to your question, Eddie. Yeah, Eriksen had the better season because you could tell, and as soon as he
100%
stepped foot on the pitch for Brentford, you could tell their performances went up.
So Tristan, would you take Coutinho at Man United?
What at this moment of time, if we just got offered, or if we had the choice of other players out there?
Obviously, you lot got players that you want to go for. I'm saying for you as a manager, if you was Ten Hag, because obviously you lot got Ten Hag now.
No,
you wouldn't take.
And there's other there's other midfielders out there I can target as well.
Yeah, but I don't mean you're gonna get them. But obviously, Coutinho is more likely that you can get because his loan spell runs out at the end of the season, and then he's up for sale, isn't it?
Obviously, I will target other players first if that's the last resort and he wants to come. No, and the reason why I say the reason why I say that, you got to think. Obviously, we need replacements. I lie, Mike. If Pogba goes, Matic, Mata,
you'll be a good squad member, innit?
Listen, we have that. We can't just tell them players, all right, go, and we're not replacing. So,
because even though he's overrated, you got to replace the current players with quality.
Yeah, I'll replace him. But if it was a thing where I'm looking to target certain midfielders, I'll be honest, Coutinho won't be on the top of my list. No, he won't.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you'd have him at Arsenal, Eddie?
No, I wouldn't have him at Arsenal because I think, like I could always say, them kind of players will stem the growth of the youngsters.
I don't think Arsenal need him.
Yeah, we have youngsters coming through, so we don't want to stem their growth.
I don't.
I think you've got your future club captain in that position. Odegaard. Do
you know who I wanted to be Arsenal captain?
Tierney.
I wanted Tierney to be captain, but then now I want Gabriel to be our captain. I just feel like he's got that nasty, that back in the day Vieira, Roy Keane in him.
He's got the old school mentality.
Yeah. I guess he could be a leader on the pitch, innit? Because being a captain is about what you do off the pitch as well, innit?
Yeah.
So maybe he's not showing that side of things. Maybe he's only doing it on the pitch.
I hate the modern game. Like, it's like, they just give the captaincy to whoever's got the most ability or who's the most popular. Yeah. It shouldn't be that. Yeah. You have to give it to leadership skills.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, but that's why they gave it to Maguire, isn't it, for Man United? To be fair.
It's like giving Messi. It's like giving Messi a captain band. Cool, Messi's Messi in it, but has he got those leadership skills? No, he's not.
It's true. All right. Tristan, just a quick one to finish off. Yeah. What's your thoughts on Erik ten Hag coming in as Man United manager? From what you know of him?
Listen, we'll see. Cool. He won the Dutch league. No disrespect to the Dutch league. Some great players are coming to the league, but it's the Dutch league, innit? So I can't go on that. He managed a bit for the Bayern Munich second team, the reserves. So he's done okay. I've checked the background, but you can't. You know what it is? We'll just wait and see. Yeah. I'm not just gonna critique him based on what he's achieved. Is look before him, Mourinho.
Yeah.
You know the rest, the other managers come through Champions Leagues, La Ligas, Serie A's, and they still couldn't fix the United problem. So I'll give him a chance, innit? We'll see. I hope he can crack the code, but we'll see. United is just it's just a hard problem to fix, man.
You just got to be patient with him.
Deeper than that. I don't even think it's just a few signings and you're back. I think it's ego problems. I think it's deeper than that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, let's just hope.
I think
he's got like personality.
I think you lot will have to do like an Arsenal, just like blood youngsters, and just start from scratch, and just a few bits of like experience around them.
No, we did. You see,
but the experienced guys that you lot got, obviously we can see that they're not really pulling their weight as they should. Do you know what I mean? So bring more Elangas. Imagine if you had 4 or 5 Elangas in the team, like with that sort of like hard work, and they've got the ability.
Yeah, but with Elanga, what he lacks ability, but he has determination and will. Like he's willing to run and do what he has.
But imagine if you had another person like him, but with the ability.
Yeah, but let's be honest, Elanga is not Man United starting 11 quality. Like
no. He's not at the moment. But what the reason why I rate him, you have to remember, this is his first full season. You know.
I know.
But like, you have to give like him credit,
but what I'm saying is
he's only gonna get better. He's only gonna get better. Like for someone who just dragged into the deep end, when the pressure's on, he's not. You gotta remember these guys like Rashford and that on crazy contracts, and what have they really done?
Yeah. But the reason
Elanga, trust me. Watch next season, Elanga. Trust me.
What I'm saying is, it's good to look amazing when your team is not performing and you're not meeting your expectations, right? When Man United are like the ball is rolling and they are competing, people aren't going to be saying, "Oh, Elanga this, Elanga that." It happened with, I think, who was it? I think like Victor Moses back in the day when Chelsea were on come up. Everyone's like, "Oh, Victor Moses is sick." When Chelsea got to the top, the creme de la creme, they had to replace Moses because even though he gives you that determination and wanting to win, like even McTominay, I don't rate McTominay. People rate him. I don't rate. I don't know how he plays for Man United because all he does was, I watched the match against Brighton. He should have got sent off.
But then we can say, how do a lot of people play for United? Because if United was still United, Rashford wouldn't play.
Yeah, but Rashford will play more than Elanga because Rashford's got more about him in terms of ability. But Elanga,
this goes back to my point. You need players that have got both, ideally.
Exactly.
And obviously, if you don't have players that have both, then you have to make sure that you have at least 1 or 2 that've got that like work hard just to sort of balance it out.
I've seen Elanga playing Champions League games and he's putting the shit.
That's fine, but give me 3 again, Mike. I always do this to you. Give me 3 players in your team, and in the Man City and Liverpool team, that is Elanga.
Who's who?
Jordan Henderson.
Okay, who else? Just 3 players.
In our team,
3 players.
Werner. Timo Werner.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Werner. See? Werner's poor. This is what I'm trying to say, but because of the name, he's a big name.
But he works hard. He works hard, though.
No, but come on. Let's be honest. Werner is only poor because of the system he's playing in.
Then Liverpool's got Milner. Like everyone's got an Elanga, bro. Like everyone's got an Elanga, bro. Let's keep it like this. Milner. Everyone has an Elanga. Bro,
Curtis Jones
got more ability than Milner.
Curtis Jones
is good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he's not a world-class world beater, man.
Doesn't need to be a world-class, but he's up and coming. Bro.
And so is Elanga.
No.
I ain't gonna lie. If you're talking about any of them, Elanga's got the most potential. You have to remember, he's the youngest and got the most potential. Milner and these guys are all 35, bro.
No, but we're not talking about Milner. Michael, obviously, I said name me because you lot are saying you need 3 Elangas at Man United. Bro, you're talking about Man United.
No, but the only reason why I said
guys ain't proper guys.
But Eddie, the only reason why I said that is because we can see that the players that they've got, they're not cutting it. Not because they're not good enough, but they're not obviously putting in a shift. So I was saying that if they had more Elangas with ability, they just have to start from scratch.
Now, Mike, some of them, it's not just because the work rate. Some of them ain't good enough. Wan-Bissaka and Alex Telles, they're not... Like, I think it's clear to see, like, Wan-Bissaka's not... He's good enough to play in the Premier League, obviously, but he's not good enough for United. He ain't.
He's not good enough to play as a modern fullback. That's his problem.
Okay, so what about Bruno Fernandes? Because he's gone missing. Like
he's overrated. He's overrated. Sometimes he's overrated, but obviously the quality is clear to see in it. It's there, but he's overrated and he's inconsistent. He is.
So all them times he was getting goals and assists, you think it was a fluke?
But I wouldn't go as far as like, let's sell him. No, like he's good enough to play for United. He is.
I don't know, man.
Is he Wan-Bissaka? Yeah, you lot should try play him in the back. Play him in the back. Of course,
Bruno's good enough to play for United.
I don't know. Because when he first came, everyone was singing and ranting. I said, bro, he's gonna get found out. Give him a season.
He takes about everyone.
But everyone has. There's top class players that has a bad season. All right. So are we going to say Harry Kane is no longer a good striker now? Are we going to say Harry Kane's not a good striker?
No, Harry Kane's one of the.
But Son's been their guy.
Okay, so let me ask you one thing, T. Yeah, what's the difference between Bruno Fernandes and Coutinho?
Nah, man, Bruno's got more goals than him. Attacking minded, he has.
No, I think
yes, he is.
I think obviously Coutinho had a long layoff, but Coutinho, when he was playing, he's more effective than Bruno Fernandes. I'm telling you that now.
Remember, a lot of Bruno's goals is penalties.
It's not even that. Like, Coutinho can run past players. Coutinho used to dribble past us and bang it top corner. We're forgetting this. Like, he was sometime-ish, but when he was on, bruv. Like, let's not take that. Let's not.
But this is why I don't think he was overrated, because
taking Bruno, but
he was doing it.
I think Bruno's overrated. That's what I think.
He is, but I'm taking him over Coutinho. He will have more. I think he's got more impact on the team.
You reckon?
Coutinho, cool. He looks all good dribbling and that, but you man, each their own. I don't rate. I don't rate Coutinho like that.
Is it because he's ex-Liverpool?
Not at all. Not at all. Because I rate Suarez. Not at all. Like Gerrard's one of my favorite players. Like it is what it is.
Right.
But Coutinho, not for me, man.
So yeah, finish your point, T.
Yeah, just to go back, right? Coutinho and Bruno. No, last season, yeah. Because remember, I was saying he's overrated, but he's more of an impact player. 28 goals last season, all competition. Coutinho only got 11, bro. There's no, in terms of impact, there's no comparison, bro. This season, he's got 4 goals, Coutinho.
Yeah, but Coutinho has not played, like I said, if he was playing as regular as he was when he was at Liverpool, different.
No, but I'm saying
at Bayern January.
At Bayern Munich, his turnout was 11 all competition. Bayern Munich. Huh?
How many games did he wasn't really playing like that for Bayern Munich, you know?
He played over 28 games.
That season?
Last season, yeah.
Okay.
Was it last season he was at Bayern?
When it comes to this, I'm telling you, man, are sneaking.
It wasn't. Was it last season?
No, it was season before because he went back to Barca.
Yeah, and he won the Champions League with Bayern.
Yeah, that was 2 seasons ago.
No, yeah. So I must have been looking at things one then. My bad, Barca. But last season, his turnout was only.
Yeah, but Barca had the season last season though. Let's be honest.
All right, so on the subject of goals, anyway,
can
you rate a striker who scores goals regardless of the league and opposition?
No. No, and I've got go on. Do you want to go first, Eddie? Or
no, go ahead.
The reason why I don't, we've seen it time and time again. How much times, Mike and Ed, have we seen? And no disrespect again, whichever player is that season breaks the record in Championship, yeah, breaks the goal scoring record. I think this time it was Tony last season.
Yeah.
And when they come Premier League, Mike, what happens? What happens?
They don't score as much. But I'm happy you mentioned that.
That's why I cannot respect. No, the respect I'm going to give Harry Kane or Salah can't be the same respect I'm going to give someone who's banging in 30, 40 goals in League 2. You can't do it. There's levels.
So what about like in another league? Like let's say French league, Dutch league?
If it's top, of course, if it's top flight,
yeah.
If it's top flight to a certain extent, yeah. If it's top flight, you have to respect it because that's the top league
What
in that country.
What if it's
certain countries? So if you're playing top flight in, I don't know, Dubai, listen, no disrespect. I'm not watching that. I'm not hearing that, innit?
Hold on. There's rumors that Ten Hag is going to bring Sebastian Haller to Man United, right? Now we all know Haller from West Ham. He was struggling to hit the crossbar. But he's gone to the Dutch league
and done well.
And done a mad thing in the Champions League as well.
Listen, he put in the work. Listen, practice. Hey, he put in the work. Hard work, dedication. No.
Would you take him?
No, I wouldn't take him. Eddie, Eddie, you know I'm not going to take him. No.
Because it's funny, because it's funny you mentioned that, Eddie, because obviously those are the examples I was going to give, like Haller, Mitrovic, obviously, because he's banged in like 43 goals. He's done that twice now where he scored like over 25 goals in the Championship. But when he comes to Premier League, he just doesn't seem to get the same amount of numbers or even close to those numbers. So that's why I posed the question, can you rate a striker even though they're scoring goals depending on opposition or league? Or even for another example as well, I think Lukaku, when he was at Everton, I think he never scored against any of the big teams, but he was banging in goals against everyone else.
Look at T's face. I know why he...
Well, no, Lukaku scores goals.
Bro, Lukaku's brother is sitting over there on the top left. Yeah. Lukaku is atrocious, bro. Let me not say atrocious, sorry.
Lukaku, if we're talking about forget, because I know what we're going to get onto, touch. We know he ain't got no touch or whatever. He can't control the ball. If we're talking about goal scoring, listen, I'm not saying he's world class. We can never say Lukaku is a rubbish goal scorer. The numbers don't lie. If we're just basing it on goals, West Brom, he scores.
This question is not even about ability. It's just more the fact of who they're playing and where they're playing. So league, opposition.
In that case, if I was just basing it on, or if I just said, all right, I'm only going to rate players what play in the Prem, that's insane. So that means I can't rate players like R9, Brazilian Ronaldo. That's crazy.
But can I ask one question?
Never touch. Huh?
One question. Lukaku, everyone always talks about Lukaku, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Best ever season was at Everton when he scored 25 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Every other season, he's not reached 20 goals.
What, is that Prem or just...
Is that all competition or league?
It's in Prem, because he's been in Prem for half of his career, I would say.
Yeah. All competition?
No, I'm talking about Prem.
I think he hit 20 with Man United though, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He hit 16, then 12.
Oh, shit.
And then Chelsea's hit 7 this season.
So what are we saying about Lukaku then? You can't rate him.
No, I'm not saying I can't rate him. He's a goal scorer.
I swear he's Belgium's highest goal scorer.
He is.
So is Olivier Giroud, bro. Olivier Giroud.
So you're saying before Giroud there weren't no other Belgian striker?
Oh no, I said for France.
Giroud, he's second. Giroud's second.
But he's gonna beat Henry's record. I think he's one away.
Only if he plays.
They're gonna play him.
Benzema's back. Benzema's back, man.
Yeah. No, it has to be what I'm trying to say, Mike. For me to rate them, my personal opinion, the league has to be on a certain caliber.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, innit? Like,
I know.
Like, we all rate the same kind of players, like from La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Prem. They're the main ones. Let's be honest. We're not really rating guys from the Danish league. There's levels.
Yeah.
Huh?
The Portuguese strikers. Like
Portuguese is, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there's no talent in them leagues. Of course there is, but as a whole, let's be honest, are we really looking at the Portuguese league? Like when we see top goal scorers in the Portuguese league, we're not watching that.
So what about
you know what's funny? Salah was in the Italian league and he couldn't do what he's doing in the Prem.
And sometimes that's what I was about to get to. Sometimes it's not necessarily to do with the ability. It's adaptation, to adapt.
Yeah, and I think it's a team as well.
Style of football, I believe in that style of football where it can play a huge part. It's true, bro.
So about someone like Higuain, because he came Prem and he didn't really set the Prem alight.
Higuain was a proven goal scorer, man. It's just that it was.
Yeah, it's like Shevchenko. They proved themselves. They
came Chelsea too late. That's what it was.
They were legends. Like Shevchenko was a legend at AC Milan. Like finally come Chelsea. Like and let's be honest, like them man really.
But see, this is the thing though. But I think sometimes this can like discredit a player though, because some people might not know Shevchenko's background, but then they think, oh, because when he came to Chelsea, he couldn't really score goals in the Premier League. He's not a good striker.
A lot of people do.
Do you know what I mean?
A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. I even do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's true. You shouldn't really do it. Yeah. A lot of people do that. Like, as soon as they have a bad spell out of a club, it's like, I raise everything they've done before.
Yeah.
It's like they're rubbish or they're shit. And it shouldn't be like that, to be fair. Like,
yeah.
That's do you know, that's actually a good question. That's a techie one. It
is, to be fair. But I think sometimes you have to give players their props, though, regardless of who they're playing, because it's hard to score goals regardless, whatever league or team you're in. Do you know what I mean? So if you're scoring like a large number of goals, it's
a top league, respected. Mike, a top league, though.
But I think Championship is not easy, though. It's not easy. It might not be top flight, but it's not easy.
Mike,
it's not easy.
Haarland win Championship. No, Mike. Mike, if Thierry Henry, or Alan Shearer went Championship in their prime, no. Mike, I'm not saying it's easy. Obviously, there's more teams, and it's proper like hustle and bustle them leagues.
Yeah,
but it's quality at the end of the day. Defenders, what these Prem men are up against, you're not getting them man in. All right, cool. Is there Kevin De Bruyne's and Van Dijk's in Championship? I'm just saying. The quality is totally cool. You can be all muscly, physical, but it's quality at the end of the day. So I can't rate a man. I can respect it to a certain level, but I can't rate someone if they're banged in 40 goals and I'll be like, oh, what league do they play for? And you're telling me League 2. I can't. Yeah. It changes. The whole rating, it changes. Like, I will take a man from the Premier League was scored 12 goals, league goals, than a guy from League 2 was banged in 40 league goals. I swear to God. Because I know that guy will score 12 league goals. He can do it at the top level.
Yeah.
This guy, how do you know he's going to get one goal? But the level's totally different, bro. I'm telling you, the level is totally different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, I believe...
Would you rate someone League 2?
No, I wouldn't go that far. But I'm just looking at it because, like, I just think that if someone scored goals, that we shouldn't discredit them.
Look at someone like Danny Ings. Danny Ings was banging goals for the lower teams. As the top teams, it was murder she wrote, man. Like it's just different kettle of fish, different pressure. You know,
it's true, yeah. But I think it's definitely the environment that they're in, isn't it? You know, like Lukaku's example. Clearly, we're not playing to his strengths, and Tuchel don't fancy him. That is the fundamental thing why he's not scoring. Do you know what I mean?
He's had chances, man. You let him to stop making.
No. He ain't had that many chances.
I'm not even trying to dig him out. What was that game? I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I forgot who you were playing, but the header he missed, I was laughing.
That was against Madrid.
Madrid. No, Mike, it was bad. Like chances like that. Nah, but Mike.
Obviously,
I think it's a confidence thing.
Yeah, at that point, when we played Madrid, that was definitely confidence. But if you go back to about 2-3 months ago, before Havertz became like the number one striker, we weren't playing the ball to him, and he wasn't even asking for the ball. And even if he was asking for it, it was like, okay, but we can't really get the ball to you at that point. Like it's like there's a bit of a mismatch. It's like they're not gelling.
Yeah,
they're not understanding.
Funny game. We're all cussing Lukaku now, but I'm telling you, including myself, the majority of people I remember when it was confirmed Ronaldo was coming United and Lukaku was going back to Chelsea, those two names, everyone was vouching for those two to finish top of the goal scoring list. Yeah. Everyone was saying it, Lukaku. No, but not you, but in general, Lukaku's name, people were saying he's going to finish up there. Look.
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
and he's going to finish up there. We rate him to a certain level.
Before he scored 2 goals on the weekend, I believe, right?
Yeah, he did.
I can't remember.
He had 5 goals for the whole season, bro.
Nah, this guy's
But that was it. There was one game I was watching. I can't remember what game it was, but I'm telling you, they weren't trying to find him. Like if you watch like Liverpool and that, if you watch Liverpool, yeah, Diaz came January, yeah. He's already trying to look for like Mane and Salah when he gets to like the final third.
Diaz is a baller. You're talking
No. I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about his ability. I'm just talking about the way they play. When he gets the ball, he's looking for his other forward.
Because you know when you rate somebody, yeah, you try to get them the ball as much as you can. That's the whole purpose of football.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a mismatch between the players because they're not looking for Lukaku. Maybe they don't rate him. Maybe they're being told other things, but they're not playing to his strengths.
Lukaku, if every time you're passing this guy in the ball and it's bouncing off his shin, are you gonna pass to him?
That hasn't been happening.
What games are you watching, blood?
Bro, he ain't been getting no service. I'm telling you.
Okay, cool.
Anyway. He ain't been getting no service, but it's partly his fault as well because he, like I said, he's not looking for the ball. He's too static. He's too static.
Listen, I'll tell you, yeah. Obviously, ability and talent, and that's important, obviously. But I'm telling you, people underestimate confidence. You know, when your confidence is low, it can destroy. I'm telling you, confidence is a big thing in this football thing. I'm telling you, and Lukaku, because come on, they're only human like us lot. You think Lukaku don't read the papers and listen to what people saying? Of course he does.
Definitely.
And he knows people don't rate like that.
Definitely.
His confidence is zero at the moment. Of course it is.
All I'm saying is, when he plays for Belgium, he's scoring goals, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. So don't be telling me about.
Because, you know, Eddie, you know how it is when you're with your people, them, and he's with his like fellow teammates from his country. He probably feels comfortable. No one's gonna get onto him.
And watch how they play as well.
It's kind of similar to Pogba, United and France. Look, everyone gets onto Pogba. Yeah. The Man United fans always get onto Pogba, booing him. So I think it's a thing where, like, come on, man, your confidence ain't going to fight for that team.
The way we should be playing with Lukaku is the way we played against Arsenal in that first game. That's how we should be playing. But we ain't been playing like that.
Oh, you played Arsenal in the second game of the season, was it?
You know, but it's not even about the opposition. I'm just saying the way we played. We were looking for him.
Because we allowed you not to play that. And don't forget, Gabriel wasn't there. It was two centre-backs that aren't even in the club anymore, or one of them that's not in the club. And don't forget, when Lukaku came, again, some of them players didn't know about Lukaku. But everyone found out.
No, everyone knew about Lukaku.
No, as in the sense of not played against him. No, because, bruv, the centre-backs we had was Holding and Mari. Come on.
Yeah, everyone knows. And watch those tapes. Do your homework. Watch those tapes. Everyone knows how Lukaku plays.
I called him. I said, look, I said to them, listen, don't get too tight. Let him turn around, and then you see Wagwan, bro.
You know what Lukaku's going to do when he's no link-up play. He's just going to burst forward and try and use his strength. You know Lukaku's doing. You know what Lukaku's going to do. Like
there was this one game with Lukaku. Yeah, I think. Who was it? I think it was a game where someone passed it down the wing, yeah, and he was running for the ball, and then he fell. And everyone was like, "Hold on, did he get tackled?"
I'm telling you,
when he was at Man United.
He was at
like you making it up. I'm telling you, it's people like you making it up. That's why he's dropping. You know, like he's probably so not. Imagine, yeah. Just imagine this, Mike. Imagine the majority of the country does not rate you as a baller. Like you're the joke, man. Yeah. And you have to go out and perform, yeah? Cool, that's your job. You get paid for it. But imagine that affect you. Laughing at you. Mike, if you're not knows how to control your nerves, you're going to do silly stuff you don't even usually do. Like, so when Lukaku's controlling the ball and he's dropping on the floor, that is nerves, I'm telling you.
I don't think
it's true. I agree.
I don't think it's nerves. I just think it's...
No, but it's confident. He ain't got the confidence.
Yeah, it's gone. It's done.
Wow.
Confidence is important. Like you said, it's important.
Like Eddie just like mugging him off.
Wait. Has Timo Werner got confidence?
The last couple of games he has.
Before that.
Nah, he never had confidence either. But the difference with him is that he will keep on trying. he had the determination, but he didn't have the
Yeah,
confidence.
everyone's different. Everyone's mentality is different. We can't do that.
Yeah,
man came to the Premier and said, "I'm the guy. I'm the guy." That's what he said.
Who? Lukaku.
Yeah, and it started off well. It did.
3 goals.
It did start off well. It started off well. Come on, man.
Like I said,
17 games.
Like I said, it's easy to cuss in now, but the majority of people must have had some kind of ratings for Lukaku because they were saying he was good. But I'm telling you, all I was hearing is Salah, Kane, Lukaku's name was up there, and Ronaldo. So we must rate him.
All right. Well,
it just didn't go according to plan. That's all it is.
He
flopped, isn't it?
If he's there next season, hopefully he'll have a better season. So he needs to sort himself out.
You keeping him, man?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Everything's up in the air, isn't it? So we just have to wait.
You know, I'm laughing.
Do you know what? No, I'd rather get rid of Werner than Lukaku.
Listen, Chelsea could sign Mike, yeah, and people still think it's Lukaku. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. All right, cool. Let's bring this to a close anyway. All right, final point. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna ask T this question.
Mm-hmm.
So, Eddie thinks that Van Dijk is overrated, but he's gone 64 games. 64 games with no defeats at Anfield. What's your thoughts on Van Dijk?
Huh?
I did not say he's overrated. I said he's
not. No, let me finish.
What do you say, Eddie?
I don't
clarify
your
wait.
So
let him clarify his
He won't
what
be.
he said.
Go on, say.
He won't be in the starting 11 of all-time Premier League players. That's why I said.
Why is that?
Because I think there's better defenders than him in different eras.
To be fair, that if you're talking about all time, that's an argument. That is an argument.
Yeah, but we're not talking about all time. But we're just talking about
current era. I think he's the best we got to offer. But in all-time Premier League, I'll put people before Van Dijk. To be honest,
yeah, I agree.
Like Terry, Vidic, and these men are going before thing.
You know that you can't deny that record though. That is an amazing record.
But no. Van Dijk, world class, the coldest or one of the coldest centre backs in this era. Cannot take that away from him. Facts. That's it. Like I thought Eddie was talking about he's overrated for now. Like what in general? I think he's overrated.
I'm sure he did make that comment. I remember him saying, he's not all that as a defender.
And I would like to say why would you say he's overrated? Wow, why?
I never said that, but anyway.
Ability, what accolades? What are we talking about here?
I never said
this have to be a conversation for another day. I'll find the sound bites.
Mike. Yeah, Mike got you. He got you.
Not gonna happen, man.
I'm gonna find the sound bites.
Find it.
All right, cool. But yeah, T, it's been a pleasure having you on, man. We'll get you on again, man.
Yeah, been a pleasure, man. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, man.
Take care. Adam.
Cool. Take it easy, guys.
Bye.